I grew up in a family that was very into social justice. My father preached from the pulpit about Aboriginal rights back in the 1960s, and when my mother passed away, she was described as a radical Christian activist. Growing up in Adelaide, it was easy having those views, but then we moved to live at Beltana. It was 1970 and I was 10, and my whole world changed. I had to go to school in Lee Creek, and as an outsider I was not made welcome. Aboriginal kids were not welcome either. So I quickly became part of the Adjamatna community. I was so lucky growing up immersed by Adjamatna culture, listening to Granny and Pop tell me stories of the Mudda, spending time at Copley and Nepabunna, and generally enjoying the love and generosity of the Adjamatna people. It was inevitable, I guess, but I fell in love with an Adjamatna man. Sabo and Stubbsy came into the shop one day. Stubbsy was giving me cheek, but Sabo just smiled, that beautiful smile, and I was in love. My family, however, were not happy. They felt that the cultural differences were just too great. Then I was expecting a baby. I was so happy we were going to be a family and live happily ever after. But my parents were not about to have a black grandchild. They tried everything to convince me to give my baby up, but I wouldn't. On my 18th birthday, my father called us both in and told us the doctor had said I would die in childbirth. Sabo was furious, and I was terrified. I didn't consider for 1 minute that my dad was lying to me. I didn't have the baby. I did what they wanted. And some years later, when I was 30, I discovered my parents had lied to me. But you know, there isn't a day that goes by that I don't think about that baby. He has changed my life forever. He has made me who I am today, and for that I will be forever grateful. He brought me back to where I belong. Through him, my husband John and my 2 daughters, Karen and Bronnie, share my Adjamatna family, and they have a huge family who love them very much. Throughout life we are thrown challenges, and we don't always meet them. But there are always positives that come from any situation. The racism in Lee Creek allowed me to become part of the Adjamatna community, and my relationship with Sabo gave me my Adjamatna family. I know that whatever happens to me or John, my girls will always have family looking out for them, and that means the world to me.